Well, hello and welcome to another exciting video of how can I fix my hot tub today. So I have this 2003 Bengal hot tub. Tiger Spas. Shit, where we at? Burp. And the issue that I've been having is high temperature tripping. So a couple things I wanted to do is figure out why it's tripping out, which typically is low flow. So it's either going to be this, or it's going to be that, or it's going to be that, or it could be interconnecting plumbing piping. First thing I'm going to do is actually pull the pump out and check the pump, and check the impellers, because this is a 21-year-old hot tub, and I have a feeling that the impeller itself may have broken down, possibly, or it could be plugged up with gook. I don't know. I'm going to have to tear it out and take a look inside and see what happens. So, stay tuned and we will get into it and see how things progress. And just as a, since I'm filming this after draining it and cleaning it all up, I already know what the answer is. So, if you have an over temperature condition on your hot tub, this may be something that you would want to do to get it working again. Or you can call a service technician to come out and do it for you. More than likely, they'll just replace that pump, which can be anywhere from $150 to $350. It's all up to you. If you want your hot tub working today, you bust this out and get it done. So hey, stay tuned and we'll show you how to fix this thing. Well, hello and welcome back to another exciting adventure of what am I doing today? Well, I'm trying to get the hot tub working, and the issue we've been having is this has been overheating and tripping it off when it's just during the heat up cycle. So when that happens, it's because of a low flow condition. And when you look at what is going into this heater, this is the inlet and the outlet. So the inlet comes back here, goes right into the pump, which goes into this splitter and a check valve. Now, I've had issues when we got the hot tub. It was because this check valve had failed. They had left it freeze, and that cracked apart when it froze. You can see I've rebuilt it with hot glue and tape, and it's been working great for like a decade. But now we've been having this overheating condition, and it's been tripping off. And the first place I wanted to start, because it is an old pump, is I wanted to look at the pump itself. And one of the things I noticed when I look in here, and let me see if I can do this, and let me see if I can turn the light on for you. Because I think what I see in there is a blockage. That looks to me like there's some kind of crud right there that's preventing this pump from getting a full head. So I'm going to see what I can poke in there and break that up and see if that disappears. And hopefully that'll solve our problem. So let's do that, shall we? On your marks, get set. Okay. Go. So yeah, there is stuff in there. I'm able to clear it out, but it just looks like it went into the impeller blades, and the impeller seems quote unquote loose. So we're going to take a look at that. So I'm going to follow this line back from the motor. It comes in here, right here, and it says, we're hooked up to pump, white, come on, black is pump here, see it? Okay, get out of the way. Okay. And then ground is here, right there. That's the right one, right? It says blower. Right. Let's get that off. Still gonna wiggle. Okay. Now, how does this come out? I don't know. try to figure that out. On your marks, get set, go. Well, you can see that worked exactly as expected. At least I succeeded in removing the wire I was after. So now I can take the pump, pull out these hexagon screws, separate these, and take a look at the impeller inside, because it seems like there's a lot of blockage and it's really flimsy. I think this might need to be replaced. So I'm going to look at that. And then, of course, we don't use an ozonator. This part of the box broke apart, so I'll see if I can tape that back together. But let's go take this apart and see what's inside, shall we? Alright, on your marks, get set. Welcome back. As you can see from the time lapse, I was able to dig all of this stuff out of the impeller of this motor, and that is definitely restricting enough flow to overheat the heating element. So as you saw in the time lapse, I went through and cleaned out every single impeller opening, and now I'm putting it back together. One of the things, if you notice, this rubber gasket has got the corrosion on this side, which was the side that was touching here. So what I'm going to do is reverse the gasket this time, so that corrosion is on a new, there's no corrosion on the rubber where they're making the seal here. So I'm going to put this all back together and put it back on the hot tub and see if it fixes our problem. So let's get to it, shall we? On your marks, get set. Oh, Okay, we're back outside, and we're gonna put this back together and plug it in. So, the way this went in was like this. Okay. This comes over here, and there's two little tabs that feet slide onto. There's one. Okay. There's the other one. Okay, now let me, hold on a second, let me do this with two hands, okay? Let me mark you did. Go. Alright. See what we can do here. Oh boy. That's tight, like a tiger. Oh. Alright, a little bit further. Uh-oh. Come on, mister. Work with me here. It's like all of a sudden the pipe got too short. But we'll find out. Alright, and this one goes on here. Okay. I'm gonna put my glove on so I can squeeze those on. Phew, I should get a pair of pliers. Yep. Yikes. Those are tight. Alright. Okay, and then we wire this. It was tucked in behind here. Kind of straighten it out. Bring it back around. And you see what I'm looking at? Bring it up a little bit more. Alright. Okay. Then we had what? Ground. Lower ground is right next to this ground. Okay. The black one was circulatory pump black. And then this is circulatory pump white. Okay, everything is in. I'll need to get my magic fix-it stuff for that. But let's get to it. Start filling it up, shall we? Okay, thanks. Alright, well there you go. We're hooked back up here. Routed the wire. The pipes are hooked up as best as they can be. I'm going to clean this out. I'm going to save you that. And then start filling it up. So let's get to that, shall we? Alright, you want to see a little bit of what I'm doing? Basically, wiping off all the horizontal surfaces to get the tree detritus out. Wipe everything down, all the water into the bottom, and it'll drain out. wipe down all the surfaces, keep bringing my rag out. Alright, so yeah, you get the hint. Show you more in a minute. Okay, so I've drained it out. Basically, wipe out all the smuts with this rag. Get around these drains really well and rinse it out. And then the last thing I do is go over with a Mr. Clean sponge, because it may look clean, but there are tannins and stuff in here. Might as well get it all cleaned up before we fill it back up with water. Let's get most of it. I've already wiped down a good portion. This is the other inlet. I'll make sure that's empty. Thought it was supposed to come off, but I don't want to break it. It feels pretty empty. Here's a little piece. Okay. So anyway, let me finish wiping it down, and then we'll start filling it up with water. All right. So everything's been wiped down, and I'm refilling, and I'm putting in a new filter because this one's a little dirty. You compare this one to a brand newsy one. Look at that. Right. Yeah, a little bit of a difference. So also inside here, these are the things you want to remember to clean out. Just wipe this entire bucket down because you get all your oils and stuff in here. And then we've got a silver nitrate or what, a silver whatever thingy. Sterilizer. All this goes together like that. Alright. So now that that's done, you can see these are my drain lines, and this one I actually have to use a boat plug because when it froze, it snapped off the filter. So one of the things I can do to actually start heating this while it's filling is put the water in here and let this fill up, and then once that's full, I can turn the heat on and it'll actually start heating while it's filling. I just have to wait for this to fill up first, and I'll show you what I mean. I want to start checking for leaks down here. But if the pump doesn't have water, it'll shut off. It's filling up the whole pump system, and as you can see, look, the bubbles coming out. That's where the heater system is. There you go. So you can see it's bubbling out there. It's also starting to come out of over there. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and flip on the breaker. Some bubbling. Oh yeah, we got flow. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Yeah. We'll see if it overheats. So that's pretty hot. But it's working. If it's pumping water, and it is, it's pumping good water. Oh, did you hear that? Just chipped off. Alright, so I may have solved one problem, but not enough of the problem. So we'll let it run more, fill up more, and see what we can do. But it was definitely a low flow issue there. Now it's a matter of seeing if there's gunk in here that needs to be cleaned out. And of course, probably gunk in the check valve. But we'll check that out in a minute. Alright. So, on your marks, get set. Alright. Well, we're about half full. And no leaks. Okay. Let's see if when we turn it on, a little bit better flow maybe? Because at this point, I think I'm getting good flow out of here now because the impellers are clean. So now either this is gummed up and it's not coming through, or this is gummed up. And we're going to run this for a while. The next time we have to change, you can see we're blowing bubbles through. Alright. How are we doing down here? Let's see. Heat's on. And we replaced this board. Getting some bubbling. Still pretty good flow. Yeah, it's pretty hot. That's gonna trip. He's gonna trip. Alright. So it trips off. It's still not getting enough flow, so it's overheating. But when there's enough water in here to actually run the jets actually, there's a pipe here that comes in and pushes through here as well, which increases the flow through here. And then it does not trip off. So at least it's still working properly. That shaft looks a little wet down there. No? Alright. Maybe it looks like there has been some water in there. Well, once it comes up to temp, which, hey, look, it's running. It's still running. It's longer than it had run before. Usually tripped off by now. Okay, because, yeah, I mean, it's hot. But it's not scalding my hands, so it is working. Yay! So maybe I fixed it then. Well, we'll find out in a moment. Oh, let's wait till it's completely full, shall we? Or well, let's just see how long it keeps running without tripping off. Hey, alright. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this video up for the day. See, the tub is full, basically. And no leaks. And I could tell anything I did down here, so you know I can touch this and it doesn't burn my fingers. It's warm. Back one's warm, but it's not burning my fingers. Like, turn the jets off, instantly starts to get hotter. So, as I said, having the jets run puts extra water through there and increases the flow. So I either still have a blockage back here or in here, and I'll cross that another day. So hey, thanks for watching me kinda fix my hot tub. And we'll pick up another one as I drain it and do it again at some point in the future. So, hey, thanks for following along. Hope to see you in the next video. Love you later, bye.